Chapter 1. Monday, during science, a note from the office gets delivered to me. There's a single line scrawled beneath the check the report to office immediately box. Dr. Apt. I'm a little stunned. I knew Mom was going to get me an appointment with Dr. Wells, but I wasn't expecting one so soon. I strap on my backpack and Fiona helps me down the ramp. I'm crouching my way around school today, and it's been going okay, except for the ramps. I have a tough time with them, which I find strangely ironic. I'll be fine, I say to Fiona as she starts to follow me to the office. You need to go in there and take notes for us, okay? She hesitates, but I shoo her off and hobble across the campus. It's quite a distance to the office, and I'm relieved to finally get there. The backpack has become heavier with every step, and my arms are sore, but my mom's waiting for me, full of energy. Dr. Wells had an 11:30 cancellation. If we hurry, we will make it. We do hurry, and we do make it. And then we fidget in the waiting room for almost an hour. The meeting itself is short. When we are finally in an examining room, Dr. Wills appears almost immediately. Hello, Jessica, he says, then wheels over to me on his doctor's stool. He inspects my stump, prods it, measures it, then says, Outstanding! He whips a prescription pad from his white coat pocket. You are definitely ready for a preparatory prosthesis, and in record time. He scribbles on the pad, then peels off the prescription and hands it to me. Good work, and congratulations. He's already on his way out the door when my mom says, So we take this to Hank Kruber or any other prosthetist. Who would you recommend? Dr. Wells stops in the open doorway. Hank's a good choice, and you do want to stay local. Jessica will be needing regular adjustments, especially since she's almost certainly still growing. When we get home, my mom looks up prosthetists in the phone book, and what she discovers is that if we are going to stay local, Hank Kruber is our only choice. Hankenstein's fine, Mom, I tell her. She turns to look at me. Hankenstein? I shrug. My head was in a bad place in the hospital. He thought a pipe leg was something I should be thrilled about, but if he can get me walking, let's go. Hankenstein, she chuckles, then finds the number and makes the call. When she's done, she says, the receptionist was so nice. She'll walk us in at 10 tomorrow morning. She says to wear shorts. So the next day, I miss more school and report to Hankenstein's lab. It's on a busy part of Grand Avenue, behind the fenced-off gas station and next to a laundromat. The asphalt parking lot is full of potholes, and there's trash blown up against the building. A faded blue sign reads Quality Orthotics and Prosthetists, so we know we are in the right place. It just feels wrong. My mom unstraps her seat belt. Let's just go in and see what we think, okay? I nod and work myself and my crutches out of a passenger seat. I feel strange in shorts. Vulnerable. If you don't like in there, eat here, she whispers as she nears the entrance. We'll take you someplace else. I know she's just being nice and that I don't really have a choice. Still, I'm glad she said it. The waiting room is set up like a doctor's office, only the chairs are plain modeled plastic, and instead of carpeting, there's chipped linoleum. There's an odd smell to the place, too. Not bad, just sort of industrial. An elderly couple is already in the waiting room. The man is in a wheelchair and is holding a fake leg across his lap. His wife is sitting beside him with her paws in her lap. They look us over without smiling or saying hello, and the older man seems very unhappy, like he'd sooner hold his leg than wear it. We go up to the reception counter and I try to ban thoughts of my future from my mind. I do not want to be a crabby old lady holding a leg in my lap. I just don't. The receptionist is younger than my mom. Actually, she's not that much older than I am. Maybe in her early 20s. Hi, she says across the counter. You must be Jessica. She's like sunshine through my cloud of uncertainty. I smile and nod, and since she's wearing a name tag, I say, and you must be Chloe. We both laugh, and suddenly I feel more at ease. Nothing's changed but the vibe in the room, but it helps. She gives my mom a clipboard with paperwork to fill out, then leaned forward a little and says to me, Hank, we'll have you working again in no time. He's really good. I nod and smile, and in that moment I believe her. Then my mom and I sit in the hard plastic chairs, and I'm confronted with the reality of the old man and his leg again. He just sits there, sullen. His wife just sits there, quiet. Mom's completed about half the paperwork when Chloe appears in the waiting room. She's not wearing a nurse type smock or shoes, just regular clothes, jeans, a knit top, and flats. The only thing that gives away that she works there is a name tag. She smiles at the old man and says, You can come on back, Mr. Benson. His response is a frown and a grunt. It is also apparently a signal for his wife to roll him out of the waiting room. Chloe tosses me a little shrug and follows them. Then we sit there for what seems like an eternity. Chloe split her time between the desk and somewhere in the back. She apologizes several times for how long it's taking and finally comes out into the waiting room and sits beside me. He's almost done. She looks at my mom. I really didn't think it would take this long. I'm sorry. That's all right, my mom says. I appreciate you walking us in. Chloe looks at me, looks away, looks at me again, and finally says, Things will change. From here on, they will get better. She seems to be choosing her words carefully, like each one carries a meaning beyond its definition. She gives a nervous laugh. I don't usually come out and accost the patient, sorry. It's just that Hank told me about you and I can relate. Again, there's more to these words than I can puzzle out. I'm trying, but I'm not quite there. My mom's trying too. Was somebody in your family in an accident? Chloe shakes her head. She knocks on her leg with a solid clunk, clunk. I'm a BK amputee too. I lost mine to cancer when I was a kid. From the hallway we hear, Chloe? She jumps up and hurries across the room, and in the blink of an eye she's gone, leaving me with my jaw dangling.